Question here, how can I use part of my Roth IRA to buy passive income property? What you're going to need to do to invest your Roth IRA is you're going to need to probably move over to a IRA custodian that allows you to self-direct. Now, a lot of these guys like Vanguard, Fidelity, was that something America, but these big firms that offer investment options, they have what's I call fake self-directed IRA accounts. They'll call it self-directed IRA accounts, but all it really does is allow you to invest in their garbage mutual funds and stuff like that. They're not true self-directed IRA accounts. What you're trying to find is a self-directed IRA custodian, such as, a lot of our investors will use Quest. I used to use IRA Services. They're a pretty good, cheap option. But these guys, they're just custodians. So just hold on to your money and they administer the money. Once you get the money to these guys, then you can invest it however you want. Of course, there's, you have to follow prohibited transaction rules. You can Google that. I think you can't buy things like artwork and there's all this list of things you can't buy. But if you're buying income property, you should be fine. Some things to note when you're transferring from your current IRA company to the self-directed IRA custodian, it's going to be hard. These guys aren't going to make it easy for you. You're breaking up with one company. The customer service on that end is not going to be as good as it was on the way in. So it might take 2 or 3 months or 2 or 3 weeks of you constantly kind of badgering them. But once you kind of get it out of there and you have it in the account, some of them will set up like a checkbook IRA where you can just easily write a check. The one I had to do all this paper, a couple pages, put down what I was investing in. And then the key is that they're sending money on your behalf and you're kind of staying out of it so that you don't blow up your IRA account. I personally am not a big believer in any retirement accounts, Roth IRAs, or any pre-tax IRAs. Unless your net worth is over $2 to $4 million, at that point, maybe you should do a Roth. A lot of syndication deals and just real estate in general, you get a lot of good tax benefits from the depreciation that comes from the property. When you're investing within a IRA account or retirement account, you do not get to partake in those advantages. Another reason why I don't like IRA accounts is because you have to wait till you're 60 or 70 years old. I'm trying to live for today. I'm buying income properties so I can create mini pensions today and work backwards and create cash flow today that grows and grows and grows so I can buy more and more investments so I can grow more and more. I am probably going to reach the pinnacle of retirement, what we all think, which is more of a financial freedom number, well before I hit 60. Now, I'm not saying that's for everybody, but I think for a lot of us who are investing the right way, it usually takes 5 to 10 years of doing this method to be out of the rat race. And at that point, you're not going to want that money locked up in some Roth IRA account or IRA. So that's why a few years ago, I made the conscious decision to never invest in that stuff ever again. And I just invest out of my own liquidity, out of cash accounts.